Hey everyone. So I wanted to make a video because I'm sitting here and I'm thinking about the night, like I'm frozen with stress right now and like overwhelmedness because like I have so many things to do today. I still have to finish packing. I have to figure out what I'm wearing for my photo shoots, for my diamond retreat. I have to drive 5 hours. I have all these messages to answer. I'm like overwhelmed right now. And a lot of you probably know, if you follow me, like I'm constantly on the go, going here, working, going here. And and I'm always constantly like on the move, but I never like have a chance to just sit and like be thankful and like grateful. I mean, I am obviously on the go, but I'm just sitting here and I wanted to make a video because I'm just it's so important to take time to be grateful for being able to be busy and being able to live this life and to be able to live life in general, because there's so many people that won't get the opportunities that you have. You know, even if you think that your life is bad right now, trust me, it's not. It could always be worse. And, you know I hate it when people said that to me too. It could always be worse. And I'm like, well, it's bad right now. Like, feel sorry for me, please. And I do, but I'm making this video to show you that there's so much more. There's so many things that we can be grateful for. I need to be grateful that I'm busy and I have a million things to do, because I know that there are people that don't. I have purpose, and that's why I'm so busy doing all of these things, trying to create what I'm trying to create, because I believe in it, but I have the ability to. And there's so many people that will never get this opportunity, and it makes me so sad. I'm going to share with you a little bit about my mom. I know if you know, like, you follow me, like, I lost her in 2008 and she had a really hard life and she struggled with mental illness. But I want to tell you the kind of person my mom was. She was the most incredible person when she was well. And I think that this gets discredited and is unknown because most people don't know this part of my story. But I want to tell you that when my parents got divorced when I was 5 and I moved out of my dad's house with my mom into a new house, I want to tell you what my life was like. I was the most spoiled, rotten little girl in the entire world. I was given everything I wanted. We lived in a big, beautiful 5-bedroom home with a pool and a barn, and I had my own room, and then I had another room for all my stuff. Like, I had my own playroom, because I literally had that much stuff. Like just a ton of stuff. Anything I ever wanted, anything that a 6-year-old little girl would want back in 1993, 4, 5, I literally had. My mom gave me the whole world. Like, I was the light of her life. If I wanted it, she made it happen. We would have dance parties downstairs. We would dance around. She would turn her big, huge, old school radio on, and we would dance around to like Counting Crow and the Cranberries and REM and the Cars. And we would just have so much fun together because it was me and her against the world. She always said that. She always said, it's me and you against the world, babe. And, every holiday was magical. Like, she would make reindeer hoof prints outside after Santa came, and we'd go out and feed the reindeer, and then the food would be gone the next day. So she'd go out in the middle of the night. She'd go outside and ring sleigh bells outside my window, and then like run around, hurry up back inside because she knew I'd wake up. She made every single fairy tale and dream come to life. Those years that I lived in that house with her before she got sick were incredible. And they were really ultimately what has saved my life to this point, because it made me believe in them again and made me know what kind of mom that I want to be to my kids someday. But she was on top of the world. She had it all. She was an executive director of a nonprofit organization. She was making really good money. She went to Washington, D.C. to speak to hundreds of people. I mean, she was incredible. She was the bionic woman. Yet she struggled with depression, and nobody really knew. And then it got so bad to the point that she thought that she had to end her life. And she even planned it right down to the day of where her insurance would lapse, so to make sure that I would still get the insurance money and I would be okay for the rest of my life. Like, she planned this. And she took both bottles of her antidepressant medication, which should not have been prescribed together to begin with because they're deadly in small doses together. She took both bottles and wandered around in the woods in January of 1997 and was passed out and was pronounced dead in the ambulance. And they revived her and they pumped her stomach. But I don't know who woke up that day. Looked like my mom, sounded like my mom. But she was gone. And then she turned into this. She's a completely different person. She lost everything. We lost our house. She lost me. And then the rest of, and most of you know the rest of my story. She decided that we should go on a vacation to New Jersey together after she recovered and went through therapy. We were living with my grandparents, and they thought that was a great idea for us to get away for a weekend and go to New Jersey to go to the beach. Love the beach. And, we didn't stop until we were in North Carolina, and I figured that there was a problem. I mean, I was only in 3rd grade, but I knew, that New Jersey and North Carolina, they were, not by each other. And that was wrong. And I knew the minute that she called my grandma on the phone and said, "We're here. Want to talk to Brittany?" And she looked at me and went like this. I knew that there was something really wrong with her. In the next 5 years, we went through trial and tribulation, and we lived on the streets, and I ate out of garbage can, but I stayed by her because she was my mom, and I held on to that hope that she was going to be whole again, like that she would just snap out of it someday and be the bionic woman again, and be the superwoman that I knew she could be, because she was. And her whole life just spiraled down from there. She went from having so much, to nothing. And she lost her life on the streets of Florida, destitute and at 80 pounds because she had enough. And we had no idea where she was. We couldn't find her. This was in 2008. But don't ever take your life for granted. I'm telling you this because I want you to get everything out of every moment that you can. You're not guaranteed tomorrow. And I tell people that all the time. Like, I work with mentally ill people, and this is why, because I know how it's infecting their mind. I understand it. And also, I've reached that point myself. Like, history repeats itself. But I refuse to stop fighting. But why I do what I do is to live for her and to create purpose and value in other people's lives. And today I wanted to tell you all to take a minute to just sit down and just be grateful for everything that you have to do. Your busy life, your job, like you have all this stuff going on and you're like, everything is just crazy. Just take a moment, be grateful that you have that. You have that because it's so important, because there's so many people that don't and never will. And like my mom, her whole life was really hard. She struggled from the time she was a child. She was sick. She was sick mostly through her adult life. And then she had a few good years with me. And then she lost it all. And I want to make sure that you know and you are grateful and you are thankful for every day that you're given. And you're thankful for your mess and you're thankful for your busy schedule and all this pressure that's on you all the time. That's how I feel right now, because I have so much to do and I'm like frozen because I don't know where to start. But I just need to sit down and just be grateful that I have that ability to do these things. And I have the life to live, because there's so many people who don't. So I hope this video helps you today. I really encourage you to take the time to be thankful. Sit down and hug your family and call your parents, or, take the minute to like play with your dog, or, go for a walk, or just sit down and relax and just be grateful for another day on this earth to live. Have a wonderful weekend, and I will keep keeping you updated on new and upcoming scary things that are happening soon.